Hello and welcome back to another video. This is my July bullet journal video. Just want to mention that for August I'm gonna try something else, so stay tuned for that. And then here is my monthly flip through of all of my covers. These have been looking so great and I've had so much fun making them. I never know really how they're gonna turn out when I start, which is I think one of the most fun things about doing the collages. I can kind of have a plan in terms of the aesthetic I'm going for or the color palette that I'm using, but in the end, who knows what it's gonna look like. So let's get into it. For July, I sat the same company that I've been getting these other stationery kits from. They have these other two that I got. These ones were bigger too. One of them was Impressionist paintings and the other one was just like greenery, like leaves, vegetation, like nature. And I wanted to use some of the stationery from both of them for this layout in July. So here I am just picking out my different items and everything, and it really is a Impressionist theme is what's mainly happening here. A few years ago, my family and I went to the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and we actually got to see some of these paintings in real life. I might put some pictures in here of that. I'm not sure. I hadn't planned to, but maybe I will. I don't know. But yeah, so that was really fun. And yeah, I'm just penciling down some of my layouts, and then we're going to get started figuring out what I want to do. And so for my cover, this is kind of what I was liking, was having these three main paintings be centered and overlapped, and then I kind of fill in some of the white space with some of the other random stationery that I have and to put down my title on. And the kits also came with these really fun stickers, and some of the stickers are sheer and some of them are really vibrant, and I liked playing around with the different I don't know if texture is the correct word, but the different elements that the more the paintings aren't as vibrant as in real life. They're a bit washed out, these copies, but the stickers are really vibrant. Yeah, it was just I liked seeing the different layerings that you could do with it. And then this is something that continues throughout my layout, is having these different paintings, overlaying them as the background, and then topping them with some of these smaller stickers that make the colors pop more. Yeah, let's see. So for August, I kind of hinted that there was something that I wanted to try out, and you'll see what happens when we get there. But for right now, I have been doing my bullet journal minis for a few months now. I don't know if I mentioned them on my monthly bullet journal videos yet. I probably have, and I just don't remember. But yeah, I've got several more of those lined up and getting ready to all scheduled to be posted so that you guys can look forward to more of those videos. I've had so much fun reading and listening to these audiobooks, and then especially one of my best friends and I, we recently restarted our mini book club, so we've been listening to some great stories. Yeah, and I've the way that I've been able to devour books again, thanks to audiobooks. That sounds like it's about to go into an ad, but no, when I was younger, I used to read books all the time. I would finish several books within a week, and I just read all the time, and that's on top of being in school for 7 or 8 hours, and then having track practice after school for the few years that I did track, or when I did band. Well, I did band the whole time, Sometimes we would have after school things with band, or I would have to do concerts, or we would have to just have to practice when I was at home, like doing stuff. And it's just, when I think back on how much and how quickly I was able to read and like comprehend the books. I wasn't like skimming them. I was just reading these full-length books so fast. And then that kind of died when I was in college. And then when I tried to get back into reading again, like the way that I thought I could just jump back in and like read like I was when I was in middle and high school and stuff, and it did not work out. And I, like, even if I loved the book that I was reading, there would just be times where I had so much trouble focusing, and I would want to be reading, and I could not. Like, my brain was just like, it's not happening today. But the past few years, I had gotten into audiobooks. I listened to audiobooks before, but I mostly listened to them for like when I was in college. Like, I would get audiobooks of like the books that we got assigned to read for class, like textbooks and academic books, different things like that. I was just droning on, and I didn't talk about this thing at all, but these are the final pages. I hope you really like them. There wasn't much to like go over for each page. The pages turned out so fantastic, and I love them. And I'm also, just to wrap up my tangent about books, I've just been loving getting back into books again, and being able to incorporate that into my bullet journals. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you check out my bullet journal minis. Bye.